Hello and welcome. In today's episode of the Home Buyer's Guide, we have a special guest with us today, Kristy Malecki, a loan officer with the Fairway Mortgage Group. And today we're going to talk about common question our potential home buyers have. What documents are required to obtain a loan and how do I submit them to you? Let's get started. Hey Kristy, it's a fantastic to have you here. And can you please shed the light about this important topic our potential home buyers have?
Yes, thank you so much for having me today, Maya. Again, I am Kristy Malecki with Fairway Mortgage, and welcome back to our Ask the Lender series. As Maya said, we're going to be talking about documents for the home buying process. What documents do we need from a borrower for a pre-approval? First things first, let's talk about the documents that lenders typically require for a pre-approval. One of the primary documents you'll need to provide is your proof of income. Proof of income includes pay stubs, usually 30 days worth of pay stubs, W-2 forms, 2 years, so that's going to require 2022 and 2023 W-2s, and sometimes tax returns if you're self-employed. Essentially, lenders want to verify that you have a stable source of income to support those mortgage payments. Next up, we have documentation of the assets. This includes bank statements, any investment accounts that you may have, the statements for those, and any other financial assets that you may have. Lenders want to see that you have enough funds available for down payment and closing costs. So these documents are really important from the asset section. In addition to these key documents, there may be other items required depending on your individual circumstance. For example, you may need to provide what's called a DD-214 if you are a veteran, or proof of residency, such as a driver's license or possibly a visa. We may also need to document any additional sources of income, like rental income or alimony. The bottom line with all of this is gathering these documents early on will help to streamline that pre-approval process for you, and it puts you in a stronger position as a buyer. It's all about being prepared and providing your lender with this information to make an informed decision. So honestly, the next question that you had, Maya, was how do you go about uploading these documents? So it's really simple. You can upload documents on my app site, which is probably the easiest, or if you're not crazy about that, you can always email them over if that's simpler for you. But it is really pretty simple. It's usually 4 or 5 documents total to get you started to get that pre-approval going, and us working on it for you to get you out there and home shopping.
Excellent. This is really good. It's pretty simple. You mentioned something about having a saved funds for maybe a closing cost or down payment. I have sometimes heard from potential home buyers when they're hearing a zero down payment program or a down payment assistance program, they get an impression that almost zero funds are needed to enter into a contract and purchase a home. Can you very, very briefly kind of tell us approximately how much people will require to have saved to be able to have a closing cost, or like very, I know it's very varies from a situation, approximately how much people should show on savings?
So that's a tough question, only because it is, like you said, it's very specific to each person's finances, how much they're being pre-approved for. I would say, that's really tough. It's such a range, but that range can be anywhere from $3,000 to $12,000, depending on the purchase price. It can depend on whether they're utilizing down payment assistance programs, if they're,
some other credits from sellers. But the point of this question is, Kristy, I don't want the potential home buyers have an impression that there is possibility of entering in a home buying contract with zero savings on the account. Can you just verify?
That is. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's good. Can you verify with me that some savings are needed?
Yes, that is true. So even if you aren't required to put anything down with closing costs, or if you utilize down payment assistance and didn't need anything for down payment or closing costs, the underwriter is still going to want to see that you have what we call reserves. Reserves are very important to show that you have assets and that you have the ability to repay that loan. As a loan officer and as underwriters, we never want to approve you for a home loan that you can't afford. So it is very important that we do show that there is other money and reserves there, even if nothing is required for down payment or closing costs, depending on your situation.
Excellent, excellent. This was such a valuable situation to describe all that for our potential home buyers. And as always, you can reach to us, to me and Kristy personally, to discuss more in detail your situation. And we're here for you. And thank you so much, Kristy. Until we meet again.
Thank you.